What if I tell you that you must have two plugins in your WordPress or WooCommerce website? And one of the plugins I discovered recently blew my mind because the number of features it provides, even in free plan, it's really amazing because it doesn't only replace 5, not even 10, but 15 plugins altogether just with this one plugin. And let me show you so you will understand what I'm talking about. So one of the plugins out of two I would must recommend is the Updraft Plus or any backup plugin for your WordPress website, because if anything goes wrong, at least you have backup handy. But the second plugin I'm talking about is, let me go to the plugins and search for enhancement. Okay, and this is the plugin I'm talking about. It says Admin Site and Enhancement by WPASE.com. Simply install now and activate this plugin, and let me show you the overall features it does provide in free plan itself. But if I go to the more detailed section here, I can also check what sort of feature it provides with the Pro plan, where it does provide the custom content layout, terms order, media categories, admin logo, admin column manager, preserve taxonomy, hierarchy, enable dashboard column settings, login page customizer, code snippet manager, and so on. There are a lot of features in Pro plan as well. But in free plan, if you see here, there are a bunch of features itself available. So let me go back and simply go to Admin and Site Enhance, Configure. So if I click to that, or I can access this plugin as well from the Tools section on left-hand side panel. Under the Tools, if I click to Enhancement, I can access the panel of this plugin. Now the plugin menu, there are like 8 options: content management, admin interface, login, logout, custom code, disable, component, security, optimization, and utility. And what I'm talking about, it can replace the 15 plugins or more because of this thing. So if you see content management option itself, it has bunch of options where you can toggle on or off. Simply, you can activate any of these plugins within the plugin and you can access those features directly. So under the content management, let me show you one of the options, or how does it look like, or how does it work. So if I activate this feature, content duplication, simply activate. And let me, before I activate, let me simply go to pages, all pages. And here there is no any duplicate option available. But if I activate this feature and save changes, simply I go and refresh the pages, and you will see there would be another option called duplicate here. See, it prompt up now. So if I want to copy any page, just imagine I just created this blank page, but I can potentially duplicate any pages from here. So for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to duplicate this page. So simply click duplicate, and it will copy and paste all the data from that particular page and paste it to the new page and provide you just right away. So now the page has been duplicated. It also renamed it to blank duplicate, and there would be all the data available here on this page. So I can copy paste all the pages, or all the required pages at least, and save a lot of time. Now second option is content order. So you can have hierarchical content type or those supporting pages attributes. So you can manage the order. Simply activate these. You can expand and select whether you want to activate this option for the pages or not. Simply save changes. And before, there were no option here under the pages, all pages and add new pages option available. But now if I refresh this admin, now you can see the order option enabled. So now if I click to order option, there are like all the pages showing up. I can change the hierarchy or order of these pages I want to use it. So I mostly use home page more, and then my account page, or even shipping policy. So I make these pages come up on the top first, so I can access this directly instead of scrolling down all the way, or instead of searching from here for the particular page. Now if I go back, media replacement, so it can easily replace any media. This feature blew my mind because it's really amazing. Like, it can easily replace any type of media file with new one while retaining the existing media ID, which is very important for the SEO. And also it remains the publish date and file name, so no existing link will break for the new media when you replace it to the old one. Sorry, when you replace the old media to the new one. Save changes, and if I go back here, if I go to the media option here, and if I go to the library, okay, now if I change the option to list view, you can see here there would be another option come up, which is edit or replace, which was not there before. There was only edit option, not replace. But if I click on replace, what will happen is now I have another option called replace media, and I can replace this image with different image while keeping all the data same. So the file name, the tag, everything would remain the same. So I just simply click, and just imagine if I replace with this one and perform replacement. Okay, so if I do perform replacement here and then update, you can see it has the same file name and same tag and everything, but the image has been replaced. This is really amazing feature I ever found in any of the plugins. Now, fourth one is SVG upload. That means it allows user roles to upload the SVG files. AVIF upload, external permalink. This is another good feature where you can enable pages post or custom post types to have permalink that point to external URLs. That's a really good feature for the SEO benefits. Open all external links in new tab. This is another good feature for SEO benefits as well. That means all the external links, when someone click on it, it will open to the new tab instead of refreshing the same page and redirect the customer to different page on the same tab. So this is another good feature for SEO benefits. Allow custom navigation menu items to open in new tab, which is another good feature. Auto publish post with missed schedule. This is another my favorite feature, because sometimes when you publish any post, sometimes it miss the schedule and it doesn't post, and this feature will automatically find those posts and run the reschedule and publish them automatically. Now if I go to left hand side, second option or second menu item, admin interface, these options are my favorite as well, because you see on the admin interface there are a lot of things going on there, but I can clean up the admin bar simply by clicking or enabling this option. I can tick relevant option here, remove WordPress logo, that means it will remove this logo. Customize menu, update counter links, remove comment counter links, new content menu, and also these howdy tags, remove help tab, drawer, etc. So simply save changes and you will see the menu will change here. Boom. You can see now it's more optimized. You can also hide admin notices, so it will clean up and speed up your admin bar as well. So if I save changes, now disable dashboard widget, clean up and speed up your dashboard by completely disabling some or all widgets. So I can do that, and I can select which widgets I want to turn it off. So let me show you what I'm talking about. If I go to dashboard here, and you see there are a lot of unwanted widgets here, although some widgets are really handy and I like some of the widgets like this analytics and maybe fluent SMTP here. So those widgets, if I want to keep it, what I do is I simply deselect Squally SEO and analytics, if I can find it, and then I save changes here. Once I save the changes, if I go back to that page and refresh the dashboard, you will see all the unwanted widgets are gone. Amazing. Another thing is hide admin bar. If I want to hide the admin bar on the front end, I don't need the separate plugin for that. I can simply use this option, and I can just select user roles like admin role. I want to keep it, but for other roles like subscriber or customer or contributor, for all other roles I can hide the admin bar. So I can deselect admin and then select rest of the user roles, and I can save changes. That way it will hide the admin bar. Wider admin menu. I can also change the width of this admin menu because it's too short here. Simply do that, and you can select how many pixels you want to go with. 240 pixels, just imagine. Save changes, and if I refresh it after saving, you can see the admin menu has been increased in width, which is good. Admin menu organizer, you can access these options as well. You can organize all these names or plugins or options. You can organize which one you want to go or put it on top, which one you want to put it on down, depends on your use case. So just imagine I am using media a lot, then I would bring it up. I am using maybe WooCommerce here, so I bring it up. Products I use a lot, bring it up. I can make it to all the way to top. And on the left hand side, you see right now the WooCommerce product, all those options are a little bit in the middle. Now changing the hierarchy of these options and saving changes, you will see the changes here. Now WooCommerce, product, post, media, all of these options came up all the way to the top, which is good because I access those options or those plugins a lot. Show custom taxonomy filters. This is another feature. Enhance list tables. You can also enhance the listing pages of various post types and taxonomies, medias, comments, and users by adding or removing columns and elements. Various admin UI enhancement. This is cool one. It is user interface. So you can toggle it on, expand it, and you can enable the media library infinite scrolling. Amazing feature. Simply save changes. Also you can display active plugins first. That way it will, in the plugins list, it will display only the active plugins. Now you can see I can keep scrolling and check the media files. Now if I go back, custom admin footer text, I can change the custom admin footer. So customized text you see on the footer of the WP admin pages other than this ASE settings page, which is good, but I'm not looking for that. Change login logout option. Change login URL. You can change, right now the login URL is this one, but I can change it to something different like the website name.com/backend or any other login URL, and that will change the new login URL. But make sure if you're using the third-party security plugin which also overlaps this feature, make sure you turn off that feature from there as well. Otherwise it will not work properly. In my case, I just turn it off from here. Login ID type, restrict login ID to username and email address only. So instead of having customer to log in by username or email address, what you can do is you can just allow them to log in just only by username or just by the email address. Site identity on login page. You can use the site icon and URL to replace the default WordPress logo with link to WordPress org on login page. Login logout menu, you can enable login logout and dynamic login logout menu for addition to any menu option. But I'm not looking for this option. Last login column, log when user on the site last logged in and display that date and time in users list table, which is amazing. The next is redirect after login. You can set the custom redirect URL as well. This is not handy for me, but some people wants that option enabled, so it is cool feature for them. Redirect after logout. So once customer will log out, it will redirect to the particular page. If you want to redirect them to maybe like coupons page or deals page or any like sort of special pages your customer should go to where you can increase more revenue. Now option number 4 is custom code, custom admin CSS. Add custom CSS on the admin page for all user roles. This is cool feature. You can add the CSS here. But if you don't know much about CSS, you don't have to touch this one. Custom front-end CSS. You can make custom CSS changes by adding the CSS here. Although this feature I do not use from here, I actually add the CSS directly in my appearance and customize option here. So if I go to customize, if I open this one where I can customize the theme or the overall front end, there would be on the left hand side additional CSS option would be there. So I use that option here instead of using it just directly from here. So it is not necessary option, although it is good to have extra feature. Insert head, body and footer code. This option will replace another plugin called header footer code manager, and you don't need that particular plugin if you have this option enabled, because you can now add the code here in the header section, or if you want to add code into body or footer section here, you can get rid of that particular plugin. So amazing. Custom body class, you can add custom body classes on singular view of some or all public post types. That's amazing. You can expand and then you can select which ones should be activated for this option. So pages and products, and then you can enable the custom body class for those ones. But I will disable for now. Manage ads.txt and app ads.txt. This is cool feature because now you don't have to enter the ads.txt file in your theme code. You can add the ads.txt content here, which is good. It will remove another plugin as well. Manage robot.txt. You don't have to touch this one, although you can make changes from here as well. But in my case, because I'm using the SEO plugin where I manage the robot.txt from there, I would highly suggest not to use this option if you're using SEO plugin. Disable component, disable Gutenberg. This is cool feature. Simply enabling this option will disable the Gutenberg for all the types you selected, and that way it will decrease the load time of your WordPress WooCommerce admin panel as well as front end. For the people who are using Elementor or other applications for the page customization instead of Gutenberg, highly suggest you to turn on this option to turn off the Gutenberg or disable the Gutenberg. Disable comments. Disable comments for some or all public post types. You can do so from here, although you can partially manage this option by going to the WordPress settings as well. But this is cool to have this option from here as well, so you can manage directly from here. Disable REST API. You can disable the REST APIs directly from here, but I use REST APIs a lot, so I would not use this option. Disable feeds. Again, I would not use this option anyway, but good to have. Disable all updates. That is good thing. So in one click itself, it will completely disable core, theme and plugin updates and also auto updates. I would highly recommend you to go into this path, because sometimes auto update can cause a lot of issues when you have multiple plugins installed and they are not compatible with each other when the new update comes, and it crashes your website. It gives you a lot of headache. You don't even realize your website has crashed, and next day when you try to access or when your customer complains, you realize, oh, your website is not accessible. When you turn off the auto updates and when you manually update all the themes and plugins and everything like WordPress and everything, and then you test it and then you publish the changes, it's good way to run the development. So I would save changes here, and if I go to plugins here and install plugins, now you see all the auto updates options are gone. None of the plugins are getting auto updated. Even here I can see I can manually update, but there is no any auto update option available. But if I turn off this feature, save changes, and then if I go back here and then if I refresh the page, you see auto update feature is back now. Disable smaller components. Prevent smaller components from running and loading. Make the site more secure, load slightly faster, and be more optimized for crawling by search engine. Love to enable this option. Better not to use this option if you don't know what to do or how to use it. But again, you can use or enable one by one and check out your front end and back end. Whether it's not causing an issue, then you just keep using these options and it will help your website to load faster as well. So I just disable it. I go to security. Now this option in menu will replace your security plugin as well. So if I go to security, there are limit login attempts. Highly recommend you to turn it on and make sure only have 3 login attempts for the customer or 5 login attempts, and then lockout will block further login attempts for 24 hours. Amazing, must have this feature. Okay, once you activate this feature, you can also check the login attempts directly from here as well with the IP address and number of lockouts. Obfuscate author slugs. Obfuscates publicly exposed author page URLs that shows the user slugs or usernames. Example, site name, your site name / author / the author's username / info, which is not good. So instead of that, that will remove, and it will opt out 404 error for the original URL. Also obfuscates in WP-JSON, WP-V2 user REST API endpoints. So this is good feature. You can enable this option and it will make your website more secure. Make sure you check your website front end and back end after enabling any of these features, because it is for the security. But again, sometimes it can cause some issues as well in minor cases. Email address obfuscator. Obfuscate email address to prevent spam bots from harvesting them, but make it readable like regular email address for human visitor. Amazing feature, must have this feature enabled. It also shows you how does it look like or how does it work. You can use the shortcode like the following example to display an email address on the front end of your website. Like she said, email is equal to whatever to display email address on its own line. But for now, I will disable this feature. Disable XML RPC. So when you enable this feature to disable the XML RPC, it will protect your site from brute force attacks, DDoS attacks and DOS attacks, which are very known attacks. Also disable the trackback and pingback of your website as well. So this is must have. But again, if you are using security plugins separately, you don't have to activate any of this feature from here, but you use those features from your security plugin itself. In my case, if you are enabling this feature, you might not require security plugin separately, but it's up to you. It's your choice. My choice of security plugin is WP All-in-One Security. Check out that plugin. I also have made this separate video on it. That plugin is once in all security plugin which I recommend most, and it will protect your website security up to the notch. So simply I disable this option for now because I use all-in-one WP security plugin. Save changes. Now if I go to optimization, you can enable image upload control. So it will resize newly uploaded and large images to smaller dimension and delete the originally uploaded files. BMPs and non-transparent PNG will convert it to JPEG and resize as well. Next width you can set to this one. I am using separate image optimizer and caching plugin which provides this kind of functionality. Revision control, you can also control the revision for particular types of post or templates or whatever you are selecting with, and then limit 10 revisions or 5 revision, whatever revision control you want to go with. Heartbeat control, it is necessary one because sometimes your hosting service provider doesn't provide enough CPU seconds usage, or their capacity is not very high when you are choosing very low plan or cheap plans. So these options can help you. So simply activate this and keep as is. Now the next option is utilities. You don't have to worry about having separate SMTP plugin if you're using this option here. So simply enable this option. You can, after doing that, you can save changes and then run the test email and see if the email comes through. If it does comes through, that means this setup is working. You can get rid of your plugin which are using the same functionality. You don't need extra plugin. So I will disable for now. Multiple user roles. You don't have to have separate plugins to use this kind of feature or options. Enable assignment of multiple roles during user account creation and editing. Amazing feature. Image size panel. Display a panel showing and linking to all available sizes when viewing an image in the media library. This is especially useful to quickly get URLs of particular image size, but I will not enable this option for now. View admin as role, view admin pages and site logged in as one of the non-admin user roles, but this is just extra feature. I would not use it. Password protection is good feature for the entire sites if you want to hide the website front end and make it password protected, but this one is not required. Maintenance mode, also good feature. If you want to make your website under the maintenance, you can simply enable this feature, and this is the front end message prompt up. Let me save changes here and show you how does it look like. So now the website will look like this. We will get back soon. This site is undergoing maintenance for an extended period today. Thanks for your patience. Amazing. And once your maintenance is done, you can simply disable these options, save changes, and your website is back online. Redirect 404 to homepage, perform 301 permanent redirect to your homepage. And sometimes it is helpful if you are getting a lot of unwanted 404 error requests from the bots or from the users as well. Display system summary. So quick summary of system the site is running on the admin. In the at a glance dashboard widget, this includes the web server software, PHP version, the database software and server IP address. So it shows the quick summary as well if you enable this option simply. But right now I don't need this option enabled. Search engine visibility status, show admin bar status when search engine are set to discovered from indexing the site. Simply click save changes after enabling this one. So if I go to settings here and then reading, okay, you can see there is another option came up here, search engine visibility. So you can discourage the search engines from indexing this website. This option is very good if you are using very specific type of products or services where it is strictly prohibited to show directly in the search engine search results or something like that. Or if you just want to not show your website in search engine, then this option is really handy. But in my case, everyone wants their website to be searched in Google and other search engines, so maybe this option is better to be turned off. Save changes. Now you see how many plugins it can replace by just having one plugin. And this plugin became one of my favorite plugins now, and I'm going to use this plugin for a long time. I know this video was very long, but explaining all these features because the features are so many. If you are here for the first time, please don't forget to subscribe this channel. I make Shopify and eBay tutorial videos as well. So you can check out my Shopify playlist or eBay tutorial playlist as well if you are Shopify or eBay user. But for the WordPress users, I make WordPress tutorial videos every now and then, like every month, at least 2 to 3. So don't forget to subscribe this channel, thumbs up to this video, and also hit the bell icon when you subscribe if you want to get notified as quickly as possible when I upload the new video related to WordPress or Shopify. Comment me in comment box below if you like this video and what do you think about this particular plugin. Comment me in comment box. I would love to check out your comments. I would love to read your comments. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.